What is that? I don't understand that.
I'm not saying I approve of bullying, but I get it. There are two kinds of people in this world. People who you want to be friends with and people who say, hey, we should start a podcast together. There is this epidemic that has come about recently of idiots who buy a $20 microphone off of Amazon and start a podcast and then say the absolute worst things imaginable. And today I am going to be reacting to the worst of the worst podcast moments. But before I start, this video is sponsored by my haircut. I just got a new haircut. Do you guys like my haircut? Drop a $1 comment if you like my haircut.
This is how I'm gonna raise my son to be a gentleman.
Okay. Good start. Raise your son to be a gentleman. These are the things we want.
Right when he turns 13, I'm gonna go onto Craigslist and make a post looking for a young female actor.
Okay. There are many, many ways this can go wrong, but hopefully he can pull something great out of this.
Then, my son and I will go into Barnes & Noble and walk through the manga section to go.
13-year-olds should not be reading manga. Any 13-year-olds, if you're watching this, stay away from that stuff.
To the bathroom, and we'll have this actor strike up a conversation with my kid.
Okay.
They'll exchange phone numbers and begin texting later that day.
Okay. You know, good start. He's getting his son at least the experience of a girlfriend, so maybe he can grow up a little faster. I don't like the method, but I'm somewhat on board with this.
So we'll continue to talk to my son, and eventually they'll go out on dates.
Okay.
But since this is his first girlfriend, he'll struggle with the trials and tribulations of learning how to love.
As we all do.
After 8 months of feeling so connected to this.
8 months is a little excessive. I think you could probably stop the nonsense after 1, but 8 months.
Young lady will hear a knock at the door. A man in a black suit will greet my son at the front door and say,
I'm so sorry for your loss. Here's one last letter from her.
In that letter, his now deceased girlfriend will explain.
No. You can't do that. You can't. It was a weird concept to begin with. I was already not so on board with, searching for young actress girl. But this kid is going to be traumatized for the rest of his life. What? Okay, the video is not over, so let's see if he can get a good.
All of the things that he messed up on during the relationship and explain what he needs to do to become a better man. And since he thinks that his girlfriend just passed.
Or, you could just raise him to do good things. I think, sir, with your long flowy hair, you just want to make a YouTube prank video, which I would respect if you said that, but don't sit on here with the podcast and act like this is good advice. No. Moving on. Now we're going to get into the alpha male podcast men. These guys give great advice.
People need to start studying words, even just looking at money. Look at a bank, right? What is a bank? What is also a bank? A river bank. What does the river bank do? It controls the flow. The flow of what? Flow of the current, the currency. If it's controlling the currency, it's also controlling the what? The flow. The flow of what? The cash flow. So what? Money moves like water. So if I understand where the water is going to go, I just have to position myself where the cash flow is going to be next, and I will get wet. Welcome to the big leagues.
His pussy's wet? Either that was the smartest thing ever said and I don't understand it because he's that much smarter than me, or that was just really stupid and he was just trying to sound smart. When you get the river and the flow and the cash flow, the currents are currency and the bank is a river bank. It's all coming together, folks. This guy, I could make a whole video on this guy in and of itself. His name's like Luke Belmar or something. He has crazy takes. But yes, another person who thinks that because they read 2 books, they should start a podcast. Stop. All right, and then we got this. Okay, what do you got to say, 8-year-old child?
Phone, I just upgraded to iOS 17.5, the developer beta version. And my god, it took 20 minutes to update. 20 minutes for a basic phone upgrade. I mean, I get it. You're trying to make major bug improvements. I haven't seen a single one.
All right. I got a word for you, you little leech. If you're 8 years old, mooching off your parents' food and rent and water, you're not allowed to complain about a software update taking long. Be appreciative of the fact that you don't have to work right now. Stop the entitlement to not only complain about an iPhone update taking 20 minutes. It's an iPhone. You don't know what's going on in there. And then to go sit on a podcast with a microphone like you're a distinguished professor. And it's just unbelievable. He's saying it with a straight face. You're like 8. Go learn fractions or something.
It's not going to have a man's baby just to have a man's baby. If a man wants me to have his baby, I have 2 requirements.
Okay.
You're going to get a tattoo of my face on your body because it's a body for a body. My body's going to change forever. Your body's going to change forever. And
some lady somewhere is sitting at home listening to this girl's podcast and going, yes, I agree with her. And this is the cancer that spreads throughout society.
And my push present is either a car or a house.
Yeah, you need a car or a house to have a baby. That seems like a fair trade.
Preferably both, but I definitely want a tattoo of my face on the father of my child.
But why? Why do you want that? Is this some sort of power trip thing? Is this some sort of evil thoughts within your mind that you need to have that level of control over a person? No, you don't want that exchange for a baby. That has nothing to do with it. You just want to own someone. These podcasts are everywhere of these random people with these horrendous takes that would have been burned 300 years ago, but instead, because of modern society, they just can buy a $20 microphone and act like they're an influencer. And now we got this guy. This guy's awful, but let's hear what he has to say.
I would follow me around the club, watching me like run game on bitches. Yeah. Just, dropping riz. And because every night I go to the club and I would just make out chicks. And back then I was just starting my YouTube career and I wasn't really doing it for content. Like I was just trying to be a fuckboy. I was just making out bitches. Right?
The way he says the B word makes me not want to say it ever again. It just sounds wrong when he says it.
And it was crazy because like I would go to the club and make out like 10 girls a night.
No, you did not. No, you didn't. There's no. First off, if you actually did that, I can't even imagine the bacteria that's swimming around your lips and the balls. Like,
a lot of
that's
guys
not something to brag
away,
about.
But for me, that was like a very normal experience. Yeah. So guys would literally follow me around the club, watching me do that. And this dude came up to me. He's like, "I will pay to teach me how to do that."
No, you were that guy. You saw someone else at the club running game, and you were like, "Please teach me your methods." This guy has unbelievable fantasies in his brain every single day about who he actually is versus the person who's actually here. I don't know what lack of love you get as a child to have that level of ego to say things like that. But he's sitting there with a straight face. This is not satire. This is an actual person who said this thing. Unbelievable.
My children probably bathe maybe once a week.
Okay. All right. Well, we're ping-ponging from one end of the horrendousness to the other. Let this be a lesson on equality. Everyone is a fucking idiot. Women, men, white, black, young, old. Everyone fucking sucks. Let me hear it out. Why do your children bathe once a week?
My children probably bathe maybe once a week.
I did delayed bathing with both my kids.
After they were
Yes,
born.
that's because why would you need to? Why are they?
I do delayed bathing. You stink. Put some fucking deodorant on.
Talk to us about how you only bathe your kids once a week. I want to know more about that.
Well, first off, I just let my kids do what they want to do. I have 4.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, let the 3-year-olds do exactly what's on their mind. That'll lead to a productive life.
Children. I'm not going to fight with my kids over little stupid things like bathing.
Agreed.
Yeah, little stupid things like bathing, diet, who they're friends with, what drugs they decide to smoke. I don't feel like fighting with them over these little eensy-beensy things. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Age gap again?
Almost 10, 7, 5, and 2.
So all ages. You're just letting all your kids stink.
You're in it.
Yeah.
So you don't make them bathe every day. You'll just do when they want to once a week.
If it's once a week,
Right,
like
when they
now
want.
they swim. We have a pool and they swim in the summer. So I guess we call that bathing.
Yeah, because that's basically the same goddamn thing as having a bath. That's a good. I'm zooming in on her shirt here. Is this a doctor? Veronica Max NP. I don't know what that means, but based off what she's wearing, it says healthcare. It seems to me like this is a doctor. Someone played a prank on her at her job. She was sitting there saying this stupid stuff, and someone was like, "You know what? You should start a podcast," knowing that this horse shit would be out to the world. This is not a person who should have a voice at all. Go back to, I don't know, performing surgery. Don't stop talking. All right. We got one more. We've seen many bad things. how much worse can it get? Let's end off strong here.
I would love my mom. I want her to come. I don't know if this is weird to say, but I want my mom to have flawless experiences.
Like, I want you to have that,
Yeah,
too.
and I want you to have that as well.
So it's like,
is that weird to say?
really, like, I genuinely want my mom to be getting down good.
Okay. All right. What gives you the right to say that? What came over you in your why? What are you trying to gain from this? I get maybe you were making this podcast and you're like, maybe we'll make it into an orange peanut video if we say these things. But other than that, what's the benefit? Why would you ever say something like that? Ever. With a straight face. Every single person has said all these things on podcasts with straight faces. We need to do a worldwide ban on microphones, because I don't care if I lose this. I don't like it that much. It needs to be over. We need like a screening before people actually start podcasts, because these people should not be talking. And there's more like that. This took me like 10 minutes to find all these clips. It's really bad. I'm scarred. It was really unfortunate to see, but hopefully it was entertaining for you. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Peace.
Orange Peanut wants you to subscribe because he needs more money.